When the family of Thelma Hatch buried her in Rose Hill Cemetery in 1957, they could not have imagined the present conditions of this sacred space. In 2014, I worked with graduate anthropology students at the University of Memphis to examine African American cemeteries in South Memphis. Under the direction of Dr. Stan Hyland, teams of students used design thinking as a platform to reimagine and redesign these cemeteries as potential sites for neighborhood revitalization and tourism. As place-based assets, they are tangible repositories of culture, heritage, and history. The underlying question becomes, how can we add value to these spaces while preserving them for future generations? In its early years, Rose Hill was described as the most beautiful cemetery in Memphis. After decades of neglect, Rose Hill resembled a potter's field with unmarked sunken graves, exposed human remains, overgrown vegetation, and debris. It became an abandoned space. While cemeteries like Rose Hill present considerable challenges for neighborhood residents, their voices are often hidden or rendered invisible. Who do you think should be responsible for taking care of this cemetery?
Who is the owner?
There is no owner for this one because the owner declared bankruptcy.
So then the city, you would think.
The city ain't gonna do nothing.
We definitely want to keep it to the point where nobody decides to raze it, R-A-Z-E, and build over it. We want to keep it as respectful. We have the whole Chickaloosa Park set up as an honorable burial ground, but we don't honor our people. So that's where our heart is.
It's been 15 years we've been trying to get them to clean this cemetery up. What they tell me, they give me a number to call somebody, and I call them. Then they'll tell me to call somebody else.
There's a regulatory board that's supposed to look after these places to keep them from becoming what this had become.
Before we had Channel 3 and Channel 5 came out here about 4 years ago and working with us trying to help to get this did. They told us they were gonna do it, but they never did do it. As long as I live, I'm 80 years old now. I said I was gonna fight to try to get this cemetery cleaned up. And that's what I want to get did. But I think that's the right thing to do. Respect. Young people don't see old people or don't see nobody get up and do nothing. Why should they worry about it? Ain't nobody else doing nothing. You know, they just think that's it, but I don't feel that way. I really thought Mayor A.C. Warden would, if he knowed it, he would send somebody out here to help us. But they said they didn't have equipment. The guy he sent out here said he didn't have equipment to do it.
Well, evidently somebody's doing something because, like I said, back about 5 or 6 years ago, it was in rough shape.
I'm Carolyn Trimble, and I'm a board member on the Friends of Hollywood and Mount Carmel Cemeteries, and I'm also a graduate of the anthropology department. As part of my practicum last fall, I made 2 signs, one for each cemetery, with our logo and the name of our organization and our website. We also have started doing some of the preservation of the headstones themselves, cleaning and repairing some of them. We've had 2 workshops now with volunteers where we've had some instruction on how to do that properly without causing any further damage. We would like to keep doing those workshops and ultimately build like a core group of volunteers, keeping the grass cut and keeping it accessible for loved ones to visit their families.
In addition, they recommended the development of a citywide, inexpensive website that would host this video and use existing software packages to track historic markers. In addition, the creation of an education committee of teachers and community members from the surrounding neighborhoods and nonprofits such as Memphis Heritage to create curriculum around the heritage and the natural environment of the area. These recommendations are doable and inexpensive, yet represent an important alternative to placemaking that reflects the genuine character of Memphis.
And I'm hoping and praying and hoping this is the start of something in this neighborhood to help us, or maybe make some other people want to come help us. A lot of people that used to come up here to take care of their graves died now. If we had a lot of young folks out here that really cared about the neighborhood, whatever help we can get, I appreciate it.
In the words of blues singer Blind Lemon Jefferson, there's just one last favor I'll ask of you. See that my grave is kept clean.